Welcome, Deronda here. Today I'm going to show you how to make these oven-fried chicken drumsticks. They're absolutely fantastic and simple and easy to do. You're going to need about 3 pounds of chicken drumsticks. These are 9. You can get them smaller or larger. I'm going to leave that up to you. 3 tablespoons of salted or unsalted butter, 2 teaspoons of powdered garlic, 2 teaspoons of smokey paprika, 2 teaspoons of dried parsley, or if you'd like to use fresh, you're going to use 1 teaspoon. I'm using fresh thyme here. It's very potent when it's fresh, but if you're using dried thyme, go ahead and use 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of freshly ground pepper, 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm using a Himalaya salt, but you can use a kosher salt or whatever other salt you like, and 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I like to take a little bit of salt and I like to put it directly on the skin. Just a little bit, because we're putting all these seasonings into our flour, and I'm going to show you how to do that later. A little bit of sprinkle of pepper. Flip them over once. Now that I got them flipped over, just a little bit of pepper and just a little sprinkle of that Himalayan salt, or any salt that you want to use. We can set these off to the side. I'm going to bake my chicken legs in a 13 by 9 inch baking dish. We're going to add those 3 tablespoons of butter, and this is off to a preheated 425 degree oven on the middle rack until the butter has melted. It won't take long, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Meanwhile, in a large gallon size bag, we're going to use all that flour, toss it in there, along with our garlic powder, the paprika, ooh, that smells good, the parsley, the salt, pepper, and our fresh thyme, or you can use dried. And we're just going to shake this around till we get all the seasonings incorporated with the flour. That looks perfect. Back with our chicken legs or drumsticks. I'm going to add them right here into our flour mixture. Every single one of them. And also, you want your chicken sitting out at room temperature for about 30 minutes before you start tossing it with its seasonings. It'll absorb the seasonings better and it'll bake much better. We're just going to seal this up, and we're going to start adding that flour and seasonings on our drumsticks. And that looks absolutely fantastic. Back to the oven. The butter has melted, so let's just swish it around. Evenly distribute your butter in the bottom of the pan. Back with those chicken legs. Shake off the excess flour. Ooh, and I can smell those seasonings. Ooh, this is going to be so delicious. And I'll put a few going this way. And a few going that way. These are going to end up just so scrumptious. Now, the idea is to really pack your chicken legs tightly, so when it starts baking, when they release their juices, the juices aren't going to flow all over the pan and dissipate, because you want a little juice left over so you can pour it over your chicken legs. That looks perfect. Off to that 425 degree preheated oven. And remember to use a mitt, because your baking dish is going to be hot, on the middle rack for 30 minutes, turning after 15 minutes. Use your timer and no peeking. First 15 minutes are up, and I'm going to turn off that timer and pull out that chicken, and it's bubbling about, and we're going to turn it over. Oh yes, it's going to be so, look how lovely and brown they're getting. Okay, and then once you get them all flipped over, we're going to go ahead and put these back in the oven on the same temperature for an additional 15 minutes. Use your timer and no peeking. 30 minutes are up. So let me turn off that timer, and let's pull out our chicken, and I'm going to use a thermometer and get that reading of 175 Fahrenheit. You want to make sure your chicken has completely baked. It's getting there, and there we go. Perfect. All right, you can remove it. Take your chicken out of the oven. Sit it up here. Wow, that looks scrumptious. Let it cool for about 10-15 minutes to absorb its juices here in the bottom of the pan. Boy, do those smell delicious. And I'm going to cut right in. Oh yeah, looky there. Oh my goodness. I know it's going to be so buttery from that lovely butter we added. Oops, and I lost the skin. The skin's going to be the favorite part. All right, there we go. Let's give it a try. Wow. So nice and tender and so juicy. That butter, the garlic, the paprika, the thyme, the pepper makes these the easiest drumsticks. You're not going to be disappointed in these oven-fried chicken drumsticks. Absolutely, perfectly delicious, tender, juicy, melt in your mouth, delicious. I'm Deronda with Foods 101. Give me thumbs up, leave me a comment, hit that notification bell to be the first to get my new YouTube food videos. Thanks a million for watching, you all. Stay safe, and I'll catch you lovely people later.